Let's go right in today. Christians have a problem, and that is the topic today. And something sparked this, but I need to preface this. The reason why church attendance is down, the reason why offerings are down and tithing is down, is because people feel judged by us Christians. Because when you start judging someone, you are condescending them. You are coming across as if you're better than them. And if you poll 100 people who believe in God or even don't believe in God, but ask why they don't want to be Christians, I think a large majority will talk about, in some way or form, hypocrisy, judgment, arrogance, etc., etc. Hypocrisy and judgment are probably the two biggest ones, because you can't say somebody has low character, low integrity, they're not good people. All these things, it can be true, but that's not the way to help somebody become better. You're supposed to tell them, I want you to be a better person tomorrow than you are today. As a matter of fact, I'm that person. I want to be better tomorrow than I am today. You're relating to this person who's struggling. Why? They need it. You can't encourage somebody by beating them down and telling them everything that they do is wrong. And when you preach that, it comes across as, hey, I'm better than you and I have all the answers and I know more than you. This is how you be better, by being more like me. That's not a good look. Where is this coming from? There was a video that I watched, and it happened a few months ago. It was infuriating to watch because a Christian person came across an attorney, and this attorney is a huge YouTuber. So is the Christian guy, actually. But I want to focus on the attorney because I think he represents a lot of non-Christians and why they have an issue with Christianity. It's more the people. I don't think it's the Bible. I don't think it's the story of Jesus. I don't think it's any of that. I think it's the people who claim it. The attorney's name is the lead attorney. He's a former divorce attorney, 20-year attorney, and he retired, and he's now doing YouTube, and he's trying to help, most of all, men in their struggles with custody and stuff like that. Divorce attorney is what he did, family divorce attorney. This other guy, this Christian person, was saying, well, wait a minute, guys just need to try harder. And the lead is telling this person, hey, it's not about trying hard. The system, divorce court, family court, is inherently biased against the men and in favor of the woman. So if I go to court and I have to fight for my children, the woman is most likely to win. No matter what, all things considered, the woman is most likely to win, like 90% of the time.
Based on the empirical evidence and based on my own experiences with single dads, I've seen many men go and fight for their kids and get 50% custody, get 75% custody, get their kids 5 days a week. The mom gets them 2 days a week.
You're saying that you see many men
Mhm.
get 75% custody.
Mhm.
How many is many, Ruslan?
A dozen. I know a dozen folks at my church that have their
Okay.
kids for 75% of the time.
All right. Were the moms shitty moms?
Both moms and dads were crappy parents. Nobody was on drugs in these situations. There was definitely adultery committed, but nobody was out here strung out on crack or anything like that.
So I already have a problem with the assertion that both parents were crappy parents. How do you know? How do you determine that? It's really weird to me. This guy who is a Christian, he says he's a Christian. It's a huge part of his platform. He's got over 300,000 subs on YouTube. This is what the stuff he talks about. A Christian is saying both of these parents are crappy parents. That's unbelievable to me that a Christian can say something like that. Can we be better? Everyone can. So to say somebody's a crappy parent, I mean,
How were they shitty moms?
I mean, when adultery's involved, I think that's pretty crappy to me. If someone's cheating on each other, if someone's not is being inconsistent, I think that's pretty crappy. Sometimes the moms check out too.
Guys, listen, this is another thing that we need to combat. Just because you commit infidelity does not mean you're a shitty parent. You can cheat on your wife and be the best father ever. You can cheat on your wife one time and really love your kids. Don't let anybody tell
That's
you.
see, my presupposition is that the nuclear family is the bedrock of our civilization. So if somebody steps out on the very foundation of what makes the optimal environment for a child, I think that's very problematic.
So it's interesting because as an attorney, the lead caught that. And who I think could be an excellent asset to the Christian community, I think, and I'm speaking for him, I don't know him, I think this is what turns him off from the church. Because he just looks so disappointed when the guy said that. He's like, well, wait a minute. You can be a great father and make a mistake. That's what Christianity is. You make a mistake, you sin, you repent, and you try to be better. This guy's saying you're a crappy parent. Well, you sinned. Like, that mindset. Then the worst part about it is now he goes into a diatribe of the man is the bedrock of the nuclear families, or the nuclear family is the bedrock of a civilization. Everybody knows that. Why are you preaching right now? We're not asking you for all that. He asked you what makes the mom. You volunteered all this other stuff just so you can talk against it. Why?
Well, and see, that's another thing, right? Because you're assuming that two particular individuals raising a child is the optimal environment. And I'm telling you as a divorce attorney that it's not. I also mediate cases. I have the highest certification of mediators in the state. I'm a specialized domestic violence mediator. I will tell you that there are some people, there are men and women together that should not be together.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not talking about the divergence. I'm talking about optimally what's in it, what's best for the child, considering people are functional, stable humans.
Well, this is what goes back to infidelity. Sometimes men step out of their relationships because they have a shitty wife, but that does not mean that they don't love their kids.
I didn't say they don't love their kids.
It sounded to me like you said that if a man commits infidelity, then he's disturbing the foundation of the nuclear family.
I would say men and women. Yes, I would say when you are literally tampering with your marriage vows, then yes, I think that's the low integrity thing to do.
So the lead attorney says, you know what, people, don't listen to this. You can make mistakes. He sounds more like the Christian than the other guy does. He says you can make mistakes and still be a great parent. You can still love your children. And then the guy tries to do some weird pushback thing, but then he ends up agreeing with what Lead said anyway. So I don't understand the pushback. The pushback is he's nervous that people are going to catch what he's doing and what he's saying. You're talking about the low integrity thing to do and all this nonsense. So the Lead says, well, wait, there are situations. I'm telling you, as a divorce attorney, he's done it for 20 years. I mediate these things. This is what I do. This is what I've always done. I'm telling you, there are people who should not be together, who happen to have kids. To me, that's logical. To him, he's like, yeah, but, it just goes against the society, blah, 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 blah. It's very, very off-putting, and I don't think he sees why. I don't think he has any idea how off-putting that is to other people who are looking to him to say, okay, should I get involved with this whole Jesus thing? Is this what it's going to look like? I'm going to be called low integrity if I make a mistake? We're supposed to bring those people in. We're not supposed to cast judgment on them and call them crappy parents. That's not your place, dude. You can feel that and you can believe that. But if you're putting out there to the world, you have at least 330 subscribers, God knows how many views you have, you're putting this out there as a representation of Christ. Did Jesus do that?
unless there's like some other arrangement. If you're stepping out on your spouse, regardless of the circumstances, I think counseling comes before that. I think therapy comes before that. I think we go deal with the issues in a marriage before we start cheating on each other. Why is that unreasonable?
It's absolutely unreasonable to think that if you sleep with someone else that is not your wife one time, that makes you a shitty
I never.
father.
You're putting words in
You
my mouth.
did. You
I
said
did
that
not say that.
infidelity. I
I said
asked you.
infidelity makes me question a man's character. That's what I said.
No, I asked you. I wish I could just replay this because I asked you. You were talking. I asked you.
I said yes. It's sus behavior. If you're
No, I
married,
didn't say such. I'm
okay.
asking you specific stuff, and you're trying to change the words.
If a man and a woman are in a covenantal marriage and they've agreed to not cheat on each other, and they have a family, a nuclear family, and the flourishing of those children is for that man and wife to be loving towards each other for the optimal environment of those kids. And one of those people decides to break their vows, man or woman. Yes, I think that's a crappy thing to do as a human. That's a crappy thing to do as a human. And yes, that would say, man, didn't really prioritize your marriage, which in my opinion comes before anything else.
I asked you what made the person, the father who got 75% of the custody, according to you,
Mhm.
what made him get custody of the kids? I asked you, was it a shitty mom?
Mhm.
You said that there were no drugs or anything
Mhm.
involved. I
Mhm.
said, was the mom shitty?
Mhm.
You said that there was some infidelity
I
involved.
think I said on both sides. I believe I said on both sides. But the point still stands. If one person cheats on their spouse, to me, makes me question them, and I think that's crappy behavior.
As a
So I'm not backing
parent.
this as a parent. I'm not backing that statement down.
Now, Christians, old and new, I'm just going to ask you from an approach standpoint. If you want to bring somebody closer to Christ, do you say, hey, have you cheated? If the person says yes, do you say they're a bad person, a person of low character, a person with low integrity? Or do you say, you know what, I think you're an amazing person who's making mistakes? And I think that if you get a better relationship with Christ, you can be even greater. Which one is more encouraging to you from an atheist standpoint or agnostic standpoint? Which one is going to draw people to you, to Christianity, to Christ, so that we can help people? How is this productive? What is this guy doing? Who is this guy? Mr. Christian, who are you? Who are you to judge people like this? There's nothing wrong with judging. I judge all the time. What I don't do is tell somebody, stamp a label on them because they've done something, or stamp a label on them because they're doing something. That's not the person, that's the sin. You're labeling the person as whatever they did. That's really bad.
I would say that. So we could disagree on that. We could say, hey, you're saying people can cheat and they're great people, and I would say, yeah, I think if you're cheating, you're kind of a scummy person. We could agree to disagree.
No one's talking about a person. You keep changing it. I'm
Well,
talking about
how is a person not a parent? Everything is intermingled. Who you are as a husband, who you are as a father, who you are as a friend. Character and integrity is it's all being one person, being one of integrity. It's not, can't compartmentalize.
Guys, don't listen to this. Guys, you can cheat on your wife and be a great father. Do not ever,
Okay.
do not ever let anyone tell you that if you have sex with some damn random stripper, now it's all intermingled and you can't be a great father. That is bullshit.
So Lead, acting more as a Christian than this guy, says, you know what, people, don't listen to this. You can absolutely be a great father and have made a mistake and slept with some random stripper, or whatever the example he gave. He says, don't listen to this guy. This is wrong. He's not even the Christian here. You're the Christian. So what does this guy do? He doubles down. Oh, well. And he laughs while Lead's talking about it. So to him, as the Lead is literally saying, you can still be a great father and have made a mistake, or make a mistake, or about to make a mistake, and follow through with it. He's laughing. No, you can't. Can you be a man of integrity who cheats? Yes, you can.
Are great fathers men of integrity?
Great fathers love their children.
Are great fathers men of integrity? Are they men of character?
I don't know what
and then no be no.
I don't know what a man of integrity is.
That's a very simple question. I'm the same person. I give you my word. We show up. We break bread. I don't talk about you behind your back. I don't cheat on you.
Do you lie?
I don't lie. No, I don't.
Okay.
I
Have you ever lied? Are you a man of integrity?
Absolutely.
Have you ever lied?
Yes, I've lied, but
How
not
many-
to my wife about cheating on her.
No,
or
no,
my
no, no.
kids.
You said lie. Now you're trying to define the lie.
Yes.
Have you
Yes.
lied before?
Yes.
Have you lied more than 10 times in your life? Have you lied more than 100 times?
You're doing the Ray Comfort thing on
No,
me.
I'm asking questions.
Yes.
You've lied more than 100. Wait,
I haven't lied recently.
Wait.
I haven't lied in the last, I don't know, year.
Have you lied more than 100 times?
Sure.
So the problem with being this judgy type of person is it can get you in a lot of trouble, because as soon as that mirror is flipped and you're looking at yourself and what you've done and what you do, you now have to answer for your sins. You're no longer able to just judge people and say what they are and what their character is and do they have integrity. You're no longer able to do that when it gets flipped on you. When you're talking to an attorney and they do that to you, all hell breaks loose.
Sure.
But you call yourself a man of integrity.
Yes, because I am not a liar.
right.
I don't consistently go on lying.
All
I don't
right.
lie to my spouse. I don't lie to my kids. Right. So you can compartmentalize. I think that's a fair statement. You want to compartmentalize. I'm saying I don't think you compartmentalize. I think a man is consistent through and through in who they are in their home, who they are outside their home, who they are when they're with their boys, who they are when they're out, who they are at work. I think
Did you have the same character when you were lying as you have right now? Or did you change characters?
Did I change characters when I lied?
Yeah, you said you lied more than 100 times, right? In your life?
In my lifetime. In my lifetime.
Did you get a new character, or is this the same you?
My character's been refined as I've been growing and maturing as a man. Yes, my character. Does your character not get refined? Do you not improve as a person? Do you not chisel yourself away into the type of person that can be optimal to lead?
So when did you become a man of integrity? At what age?
30s. My 30s. When I had my first kid, really locked in. I became congruent with my values. I grew. I became the same person.
33?
I said in my 30s, at 30.
What, 31, 33, 39?
30. Let's just call it 30. I had my
30. You were a man of integrity.
30. Yes.
So after the age of 30, you never lied.
So now the flashlight is on him, right? He's not just able to just insult other people and talk about whether or not they're good versus bad. Now he's got to answer for himself. You brought up lie and integrity. Now you need to talk about it. Don't throw in little words like, well, I don't consistently lie. No. That's not what you said, and that's not what the lead is talking about. Answer for this. And boy, does he do a bad job.
I can't think of something that I've lied about.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
So in 8 years, you've never lied one time.
I don't know if I've never lied one
time. Guys, listen, but you're a man of integrity.
You're getting into the minutia of
whether I'm following on what you're saying.
And I'm saying a person of integrity
doesn't lie.
Is all consistently the same person. I do my very best to not lie.
Does a person of integrity lie?
No. I don't remember the last time I told a lie, man.
I'm just asking you. You say that a person of integrity does not lie.
Correct.
And you've been a person of integrity for 8 years.
For a couple years, yes. I've been congruent.
A couple or 8? A couple is 2.
We'll call it 8. 8.
So in 8 years, you have not lied one time.
I don't remember.
Guys,
I don't remember. I don't remember lying.
Are you a liar or not? According to him, I don't lie that much. So in 8 years, have you lied? In 8 years, have you lied? Well, we don't want to get into the minutia of that. Why? You brought it up. And now that you have to answer for it, you're saying, well, I don't know about that. I didn't mean. Well, everybody lies. Now all of a sudden we're back to Christianity. Well, we all sin. You see how this guy thinks and why people are turned off by this? When it gets flipped on him and he gets asked very simple questions, direct questions, he's not only avoiding to answer them, but he's dismissing the importance of the question. Well, you're sitting here talking about these people being bad parents. You're sitting here saying, well, if you lie or cheat, you're not a man of integrity. Do you lie? Well,
I don't remember. I don't remember that. Well, okay, so you're talking about the lying, okay? Let's talk about cheating. That's what I brought up. You think cheating is okay?
He then says, all right, well, let's just not talk about lying anymore. How about cheating? He just shifts. This sin is okay. Let's talk about the really bad one. Let's talk about cheating. Dead serious. It's absolutely amazing to watch because he's exposing himself and seems to think that he's got some kind of valid argument to it. But let's talk about cheating. Is that good? Huh?
I think you can cheat on your spouse and be an excellent parent at the same time.
Can you cheat on your spouse and be an excellent human?
What is an excellent human?
We can't. A solid, stable, stand-up individual you would want to do business with. Would you want to do business with someone that you know is perpetually cheating on their wife?
I have absolutely done business with people. I've absolutely done it.
We're just different.
I have absolutely done it. And maybe you do too.
So now he tries to change the argument to, well, can you be a good human? Yeah, you can actually. We're all human and we all sin and we all make mistakes. So he says, well, I would never do business with a person like that. He's too good. I would never deal with somebody who cheats or lies. Are you a liar? Yes, but I would never do business with me either.
Maybe you have done business with people who have cheated and you don't know. Do you think
when I found out someone has cheated, that we stopped doing business?
Exactly. When you found out.
Yeah, when I found out.
Maybe
I'm saying
you didn't
knowingly
find out.
Partnering with people that are cheaters, I think that's a low-level character development.
Would you partner with someone who's a liar?
No, someone that's a perpetual liar. Absolutely not.
No, I didn't say perpetual. You're adding words. Okay. Would you partner with someone who is a liar?
You're
guys.
So now he's at a crossroads because he's admitted to being a liar. He's actually lied on this broadcast, and the attorney asks him, "Well, would you do business with a liar?" Well, I wouldn't do business with a perpetual liar. Who the hell said perpetual? Because now he's got to defend himself and make this full argument at the same time. Oh, I would not do business with a perpetual liar. How about you try to bring them closer to Christ? No, he wouldn't do that. He's got to stay away from these people. They're all sinners.
Back up. Because what you're doing is you're saying a lie as a broad generality, and we both.
You're saying cheating.
No. Yeah.
Cheating is a broad generality.
It's very specific. I'm saying putting your penis in another person.
No, that's not what
very specific. Now you're saying
you're adding that.
We know there's totally
cheating can be kissing. Cheating can be sucking on a boob that's not your wife's boob. Do you think that's cheating?
All of that is trash.
But no, I didn't say it's trash. Let's be very specific. Is that cheating?
I'm saying it's all wrong.
You're saying it's wrong. Is it cheating? Why is it so hard to answer questions?
It's cheating. It's cheating. If I French kiss another woman, it's cheating, bro.
All right, so you're not just talking about penetration then. You're talking about something that's much more.
Your tongue doesn't end up in another woman's mouth, just like your penis doesn't accidentally end up in another woman's mouth.
It can be a lot of things. So it's just like lying. You're saying lying is abusive. Cheating is also abusive.
No, I'm not.
He's put himself in a situation because the lead has pointed out, well, wait a minute. Cheating's just as broad a spectrum as lying. And he says, well, let's categorize the type of lies that I do, because of course my lies are not as bad as other people's lies.
I'm not. I'm saying there's a difference between my mother coming over on Christmas and her wearing an outfit that I don't particularly find interesting, and me not telling to her face that it doesn't really look good on you. That is not the same thing as lying to your wife. That is not the same thing as lying to your employer.
This is unbelievable. Here's the problem. There's way too many of us like this. Way too many of us like this. This turns people off. It does. Who do you think you are? You're going to sit here and call people names, literally call them names and talk about their character and their integrity. Then when the attorney asks you, do you have integrity? Yes. Do you lie? No. When's the last time you lied? Well, we all lie, but you know what I mean. No, I don't know what you mean. This is what you're saying.
So I think you're conflating, and you're great at what you do. So I know what you're doing, but I think you're conflating the two. Now, when we're talking about cheating, tongue, rubbing on a booty, rubbing on a titty, all of that is cheating, and it's completely out of pocket. Now, there may be different consequences, and every relationship may be different. Some people got open relationships, but it's all the same thing. And let's not be disingenuous and act like a white lie to protect somebody's feelings because you don't really want to tell them that their outfit is trash is the same as lying to your wife. You know that's not the same thing. We know that's not the same thing.
even when he says, you're great at what you do, so I know what you're doing, the arrogance to even be able to utter that. Because you know you're losing, so you have to acknowledge that you're losing, but then you have to let the whole audience know, hey, this is not what you think it is.
So now you have different categories of lies. Is that what you're saying?
We know there's different categories of life. Just
Okay,
like you pointed out, there's different
lies?
categories.
Which lies do you tell most? Like, tell us the category of lies that you tell.
I will omit stuff from. I've omitted stuff from.
No,
a family
not
member.
omissions. You keep guys.
That's a
I don't know
lie.
why it's
Omission
so
is a
hard.
lie. How is
Then
omission
call
not
it
a
a
lie?
lie. Just
How is
call it a
omission not
lie.
Okay, that's a lie.
You called it an omission. I'm
Omission.
talking about
When
lies.
you said what kind of lies do I tell? I said omitting something that you don't want to tell somebody because you don't want to hurt their feelings. That's technically a lie. We all do that. Do we not?
I don't think that's technically a lie.
Omitting something that's true, and somebody asks you something and you don't tell them the truth is lying. Right?
No, not necessarily.
Oh,
No.
come on. Okay, let's move on because we're talking.
If someone says, Lee, did you rob this bank? And I'm just like this.
No, that's not what we're talking about. You know that's not what we're talking about.
Oh, you know there's different kinds of lies. Come on. You're not going to say that saying that my mom's outfit does not look good is the same type of lie as cheating or being dishonest with your wife while you're cheating. Where in the Bible does it talk about this? You're just making stuff up. Show me the scripture that says that. Then he gets asked, well, what kind of lying do you do? Well, I omit stuff. Omission by itself is not a lie. But he wants to make it, he's trying to avoid accountability. That's all he's doing. And it's insane to watch live. The narcissism and the arrogance.
Because all we're doing is talking, but you have to be precise.
Sure.
Because if you're not precise, the stuff gets all turned around.
That's fair. And I feel like I was very precise about the cheating thing and how that.
Yeah, you said that you haven't lied in 8 years, but now you're walking that back. Now you're talking about
we're talking about black and white lies. Yes. So can we move on? Is that okay? Or you want to stay
shout
here?
out to Ruth
You want to
Lie,
stay here
man.
and do the lead attorney thing
Let's
on
get
me?
off the
You're
hot
great at what
seat,
you do.
man.
I see why they pay you the big bucks, man. Honestly, I see why they pay you the big bucks.
Then he closes it out again arrogantly. Oh, you're good at what you do. I see you. You're complimenting him because he just mopped the floor with you. The condemnation, the judging, the dismissing, the arrogance, all of that is disgusting behavior. It's disgusting behavior. But I'm not calling you disgusting. You see the difference there? I'm saying what you were doing and how you were behaving was disgusting. And it's wrong. But you have this label over you that you've put there of Christianity. So you can do no wrong, apparently, including lying. That's okay. Well, we all do it, right? Trying to get somebody to agree with that. Why weren't you saying that before he mopped the floor with you? Why would you wait to the end and say, oh, yeah, well, we all do that? No, we don't. We don't all behave the way you do. Yes, we all sin, but we don't behave that way. We own it. That's part of being a Christian, right? How do you repent if you don't own your sins? What do you do besides dismiss them and make excuses for them?